Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Friday, July 1st, 2016. Yesterday, an RPG of epic proportions, Diablo 2, turned 16 years old. Happy birthday! Speaking of Diablo, Blizzard is currently hiring for an unannounced Diablo project. No specifics, of course, are detailed. Capcom dropped a hint about the dummy finger in Resident Evil 7, saying, "The path for now is closed, but patience." Speaking of Capcom games, Street Fighter V's June update is out today. Yes, I know it's July, but you have to get the whole thing by downloading two separate 8GB patches. No idea why they did it that way. I guess Capcom has never heard of Arkham's Razor. Two more Pokemon have been revealed alongside the 7 we saw yesterday. Here is Rockruff and Komala. There is a teaser trailer for a fan-made Majora's Mask movie, and by the time you see this episode, Nintendo has probably already issued their cease and desist letters. Hitman players will take aim at their 5th elusive target starting today, and you can find him in Makaresh. The beta for Pokemon Go is now over, and all the website indicates is the game is coming soon. It's time for release announcements, and there are a ton of mobile games. Tap My Katamari, a mobile spin-off from the series, is now available on Android and iOS. Yet another mobile game, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, is now out on Android and iOS as well, and best of all, it's free. The mobile games don't stop there, as Arma, the popular military sim 2, has a mobile game. I was excited until I saw the base building and the Clash of Clans template, and then I'll never look at it again. Let's move on to something that looks much better. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has a confirmed release date of October 25th. Finally, for teasers, 2 new songs will be available for Rock Band 4 on Tuesday. Hinder's Lips of Angel and the Pixies' Where Is My Mind? Finally, the drama with Trek Industries and their game Orion is over. Find out what happened next on News Cartridge. And here we are, the conclusion of the roller coaster story that began earlier this week. The developer of Orion has admitted the assets in question that were the subject of a DMCA takedown from Activision were indeed stolen. Mr. Purcell of Trek Industries has reiterated points he has made over the last few days about how Activision issued no warning before their DMCA takedown. It should be noted that they don't have to. How about how their company is remote, working across the internet in various time zones? It should be noted that this doesn't matter in regards to stealing things. And about how Activision sent them this picture showing the obvious blatant ripoff, and it should be noted that this is a fan-made creation and was available on Tuesday. Purcell explains on Steam, the individual responsible for the gun model has been fired. They have removed any and all content that would be considered infringing. This includes a helmet called Fettuccine, which looked a lot like Boba Fett's helmet from Star Wars. And best of all, the company is leaving social media, effectively pointing the finger at someone else and then using that same finger to plug their ears. Oh yeah, and the game is going free to play, which they're convinced will not make the community any more toxic. Which, you could argue, that's somewhat true. Thankfully, this one is over. Purcell says he feels like an idiot, and I say we can all go back to not playing his game. Xbox Play Anywhere is a feature where you buy a game once and then have the ability to play it on your Windows 10 PC or Xbox One. The big news is Microsoft has laid down a release date, and coming on September 13th later this year, there are more than 10 games that will be initially available as part of the program, including Gears of War 4, ReCore, Sea of Thieves, We Happy Few, and Ark Survival Evolved. This is a great move by Microsoft, and I honestly cannot poke a hole in it. This benefits the customer in every way, as long as you have a Windows 10 PC, that is. This may be a reason to upgrade for some people, and even though I will never own a console again, it's nice to know that if I go over to a friend's house who has an Xbox, I can just sign in, download the game, and play at someone else's house on a completely different machine. In the quick spot today, Sony might decide to follow suit with Microsoft. There are talks that Sony might reveal a PS4 Slim during a game show in September. Of course, I did a little digging and found this would be the Tokyo Game Show starting September 15th. This makes sense because Sony is centralized in Japan. Slim versions of consoles is something that has been done before since the era of the Game Boy, so it's no surprise. Do you think a PS4 Slim is coming, and would you buy one? Let me know in the comment section down below. Before we begin this trailer, I just want to warn everyone that it's rather graphic. Not in a sexual way, but, well, you'll see. Now is a good time to skip to the game releases if you don't like to see gross things. Alright, that should be enough time. This is a trailer for a game called Scorn, and I just had to show you this. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of horror games, but I do love art, and H.R. Giger is one of my favorite artists. This looks heavily inspired by him. This game looks amazing, and yet I have no idea what's going on. We're met with an array of striking images, and those pillars are really disturbing to me. The way everything shines is just right. It looks really spooky and disgusting and looks great to me. This could be the horror game for me because I'm not a fan of jump scares, but I do love hyper-stylized art. Besides, look at this gun reload. Super intrigued by that. Scorn is a game coming in 2 parts. Part 1 coming next year, and it's called Dayson, and Part 2 is currently unannounced. Stay tuned to News Cartridge for an exact release date. Hooray! Monday's game releases because I'm off for the next 2 days. For PC, Vision of Aurora Borealis, Deep Space Dash, Unbreakable VR Runner, and Cricket Champion 2016. For PlayStation 4, Lost Sea and Zeo Drifter. For PlayStation Vita, Zeo Drifter. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you on Monday. And why does Rogue like Magneto? Because he's attractive.